Next is the foreign trade knowledge can also be derived by the index number, because international comparisons are also made by these index numbers. Next is the politicians find it very useful, because those sitting on the opposite side, that is the opposition party, easily criticizes the government by picking up the price index and by criticizing the government that there is a sharp rise in, say, the vegetables, the milk or whatever. And the government formulates its policies on the concrete basis by giving a peep into these index numbers. For this gives them an exact knowledge as to what are the problem areas and where they need to put in more efforts. But this is one side of the coin, and the index number has its own limitations, and the limitations are that the index number are not giving us a complete true picture. While collecting data, while formulating data, while going into the detail of such formulation, there could have been errors or people could have been biased, and thus not complete true knowledge comes to our forefront, and thus it is not to be relied upon 100%. Next is international comparisons can never be understood by the index number, because the figures that we get of other countries are actually not the ones which are the true figures. They could be giving some other figures in order to wrap their economy. Next is the time also takes away the authenticity or the value or the importance of the index number. It could become obsolete with time. Thus, time is also a very big factor in limiting the source called as index number. Last but not the least, the retail price index is also a big limitation, because when we calculate the price index, it is always done on the basis of wholesale price. But the retail price varies from place to place with the taxes and so on. Thus, the retail price index is very different from the index that we have taken of the wholesale. It is not at all a figure which is close, because it varies from place to place where it gets manufactured and to the distance and to the taxes and from state to state. Thus, the retail price index, which is not covered under the index number, is a big limitation to this particular segment.